Well, good morning, everyone. I think we have the usual since we started, so why don't we get started this morning? I hereby call the seventh day of the third regular session of the 23rd Congress to order. May we all rise for a moment of silent prayer. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso,
Casalelia, May.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figuer, Senator Colin, Senator Conman,
Morning.
Floor Leader Lawrence, Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo,
Evan.
Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses.
Hey,
Mr. Speaker, 10 members are present.
thank you. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 4, reading of the journal.
Floor Leader Lawrence.
Good morning, Mr. Speaker, members, and all in the gallery. I move that we dispense with the reading of the journal.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress dispense with the reading of the journal. Discussion, objections? If none, we will vote on said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has now dispensed with the reading of the journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 5, presidential communications. None, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 6, Seven Supreme Court communications. None also. Item 7, member communications. None, Mr. Speaker. Item 8, departmental communications. We have one, and it's number 23-39.
Members take note. Continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on item number 9, agency or governmental authority communications. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker. Item 10, state communications, none also. Item 11, state Supreme Court communications, none, Mr. Speaker. Item 12, municipal or town communications, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker. Item 13, foreign government communications, none also, Mr. Speaker. And item number 14, miscellaneous communications, we are in receipt of one, and it's number 23-07.
Floor Leader Lawrence, please take note of that so you can assist. Order of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the said item order of the day, we have item number 15, standing committee reports. We have an awaiting list, number 23-13, for standing committee reports, awaiting the 24 hours requirement.
Short recess.
Where's the report?
It's in our package.
Is it?
And I believe they're mainly TCNI. We have 4 reports for nominations for the Caroline Island Air.
Is there such an error?
So what are the plans? We just leave it on the awaiting requirements and take care of it tomorrow, or?
You can do
Yeah,
it.
maybe, yeah. Okay, let's go back. Congress is back in session. We have that awaiting list. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're on item number 16, special committee reports. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Sheet number 23-33.
Chairs and members, please take note.
Speaker,
Chairman Figuer,
short recess.
short recess.
I'm still trying to find my report. I want to put that report on the calendar for us.
They're currently working on that report, copying, and it will be distributed in a little while.
Yeah, maybe we can talk story while they're working,
So
copying.
let's proceed, and then we can come back to it. I have also 3 or 4 bills that I also want to withdraw and place.
Okay, let's go down and see where we get, and then we could move back up to item number 15. Congress is back in session. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is unfinished business for item 18. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 19, Bill Galanter, none, Mr. Speaker.
Any bills?
Speaker,
Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
I have the following bills that I wish to withdraw and place on the bill calendar for action. Congress Bill number 2379, Congress Bill 2380, and 2381. I so move.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress place on today's bill calendar for action CB number 23-79, 23-80, 23-81. Floor Leader.
Motion to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our actions on the placement of the said bills.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress suspend the rules that may impede our action on the placement of CB number 23-79, 23-80, 23-81. Discussion on the said motion? None, we will vote on the suspension of the rules. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. The rules are now suspended. We are on the main motion to place CB number 23-79, 23-80, 23-81. Any further discussion? If none, we will vote on the placement of the said bills. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress is now placed on the bill calendar for action, CB number 23-79, 23-80, and 23-81. Chief Clerk, next bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-79 for first reading. CB number 23-79 is a bill for NAC to further amend Public Law Number 22-42 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 22-60, 22-80, 22-103, 22-141, 23-10, and 23-40 by amending Sections 9 and 12 thereof to change the use and allotment of funds previously appropriated to fund the capital and human resources development of the national government of the Federated States of Micronesia for fiscal year September 30th, 2022, and for other purposes.
Chairman
Thank you,
Figueroa.
Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Congress passes on first reading Congress Bill 23-79.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading, CB number 23-79. Discussion.
Speaker, short recess.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair.
Speaker, and when we go back, I have about 4 more bills that I want to withdraw and place. Really, changing allottees and changing the use of previously appropriated funds.
Yeah, Speaker, just a question as to what the project is, and the indication here is to change the allotee from I don't know who to governor of the state of Yap.
Chairman Figueroa? So, Chairman Figueroa, in your 23-79 bill, what's being reduced for the increase of 20,000 to 80,000?
Oh, it's a public project for for a community building in Abiang, Tobil.
But it doesn't show a reduction. And then the other community goes from 60,000 to 80?
60,000 to 80, isn't it?
And then there's a new 112,000. Oh, I see. So you're reducing your roads,
Yeah, reducing the road and increase those two projects.
okay?
It's for YAP.
So I understand where
Section.
you are coming from with the need for the change of alati.
Yeah. And adjustment in the amount.
Are you good, Chairman Ursmal?
Yeah, I'm good, but I don't know about the. Okay, so what are you talking about? Oh, okay, so we go from 240 to 108. And then where is the balance of that going? Oh, 20 is going to, oh, okay.
It's going to two community centers. One is 112,000 and the other one is going from 60 to 80,000.
Who were the initial Arati? Governor?
President,
Oh, okay. Paper.
Okay, so we're good? Let's go back. Congress is back in session. We're still on discussion of CB number 23-79. Discussion? If no objection, question has been called for. We will vote by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso,
Amen.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa, Senator Colon, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence,
Hi, Mark.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo,
Aye.
Senator Urusmal,
Oh,
Speaker Moses.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
With that, Congress has passed on first reading, CB number 23-79. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're currently on Congressional Bill number 23-80 for first reading. CB number 23-80 is a bill for an act to amend Public Law Number 22-186 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 22-189, 23-01, and 23-14 by amending Sections 2 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of Yap State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move that Congress passes Congress Bill number 23-80 on first reading.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-80. Discussion.
Speaker,
Chairman Rusmal, you have the floor.
kailangan mo, Speaker, CB number 23-80, I wish to offer an oral amendment, if I may, Mr. Speaker.
Go ahead.
On page 2, line 19, delete figure 3 after section and insert the figure 2 in lieu thereof. I shall move. I shall move.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered oral amendment by Chairman Rusmal to CB number 23-80 be adopted. Short recess.
Because if we're amending section 3, that's somebody else's, another state's section. I don't mind doing it for another state, but we're attempting here is to help Yap State, so.
Understood. I'm just trying to
okay.
see if Chief Clerk has gotten the amendment down correctly. Well, okay. Let's go back. There is that motion to adopt the offered floor amendment by Chairman Rusmal to CB number 23-80. Discussion? If no discussion, question has been called for. We will vote on the said motion. All those in favor of the offered oral amendment by Chairman Rusmal to CB number 23-80 be adopted, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. We now have CB number 23-80 CD1. Discussion. Any further discussion? If none and no objection, we'll vote by roll call of delegations on first reading of CB number 23-80 CD1. Oh, members, not delegation. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso. Senator Arroyo. Senator Christian. Senator Figueroa.
Yes.
Senator Goland. Senator Conman. Floor Leader Lawrence.
Aye.
Senator Nemea.
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo. Senator Urusamal. Speaker Moses.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
Thank you. Congress has now passed on first reading, CB number 23-80, CD1. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill number 23-81 for first reading. CB number 23-81 is a bill for an act to further amend Section 12 of Public Law number 22-153 as amended by Public Laws numbers 22-169, 22-181, 22-204, 23-08, and 23-13 to change the allotment of funds previously appropriated therein to fund capital and human resources development of the national government and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
move that Congress passes Congress Bill number 23-81 on first reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-81 on first reading. Discussion.
Speaker,
Chairman Rusmal, you have the floor.
your note on the bill, it is to change the allottee of a certain public project for the state of Yap from the president to the governor. This is our indication of support for being called loose cannon. Thank you.
Yes, and the governor wants to do more job and get something to do.
Well, that's up to you folks. Any further discussion? If no objection, question has been called for. We will now vote on the passage on first reading, CB number 23-81, by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso,
Aye.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa,
Yes.
Senator Colon, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence, sorry,
Aye.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses.
Hey,
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
with that, we have passed on first reading, CB number 23-81. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, as of now, we do not have any more
Speaker.
bills.
Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
I move to withdraw and place the following bills on the bill calendar for action. CB number 23-70, CB number 23-71, 23-72, 23-73, and 23-83. I so move.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress place on today's calendar for action CB number 23-70, 23-71, 23-72, 23-73, and 23-83 to be placed on today's calendar for action. Discussion. Please take note that the rules are still suspended. If no further discussion and no objection, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress is now placed on today's calendar for action CB number 23-70, 23-71, 23-72, 23-73, and 23-83. Chief Clerk, next bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Currently under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 23-70 for first reading. CB number 23-70 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 19-124 as amended by Public Laws numbers 19-133, 19-140, 19-150, 20-05, 20-15, 20-33, 20-48, 20-63, 20-71, 20-156, 20-175, 21-22, 21-1 21-52, 21-146, 21-195, 21-213, 21-244, 22-62, and 22-111 by amending Section 6 thereof to change the allotment of certain funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects and other projects for Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill on first reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-70 on first reading. Discussion.
Speaker,
Chairman Figueroa.
I have a proposed floor amendment. It's been written and duplicated. May I ask that it just be dispense with the reading of the proposed floor amendment and be inserted as an amendment to the said bill.
Any second?
Mr.
Remove-
Speaker, short recess, please.
Short recess.
Your amendment is,
Thing, section, for YAP. It's a line item for YAP delegation. We're amending it and give the money to some, property.
I don't know, I'm looking at this bill as 2370, I don't see YEP there. Speaker, I asked for short recess on behalf of the Pohnpei delegation to see if we would not want to defer action on this to tomorrow, so the delegation can also look at it.
Okay, yeah, I have no problem with it.
All right.
It's a public projects for all the states.
Thank you, Senator Figueroa. Mr. Speaker, I would venture a motion to defer the bill to tomorrow to allow members at least another night to sleep on it.
We're on discussion on the offered floor amendment by Chairman Figueroa. Why don't we just go back and then defer the amendment to tomorrow, which will eventually defer the bill?
I suggest
Well, we can
we adopt the amendment. and
adopt this
defer action.
amendment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back. Congress is back in session. We're still on discussion of the offered floor amendment to CB number 23-70 offered by Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the question.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that debate be closed, and with no objection, we will vote on the offered floor amendment to CB number 23-70 offered by Chairman Figueroa. All those in favor say aye.
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 All opposed say nay. Motion carried. The offered floor amendment is now adopted. We now have CB number 23-70 CD1.
Speaker,
Chairman Figueroa,
move for to defer action on the said bill to tomorrow's bill calendar.
any
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that that we defer action on CB number 23-70 CD1 to tomorrow's calendar for action. If no objection, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. CB number 23-70 CD1 is now deferred to tomorrow's calendar for action. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Currently under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-71 for first reading. CB number 23-71 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 19-54 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 19-62, 19-75, 19-79, 19-99, 19-119, 20-04, 20-56, 20-82, 20-127, 21-20, 21-117, 21-169, 21-174, 21-194, 21-205, 21-233, 22-15, 22-54, and 22-109 by amending Section 4 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs in the state of Pohnpei and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill on first reading.
Any second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-71.
Mr.
Discussion.
Speaker,
Chairman Christian, you have the floor.
similar to 23-70, may I request that I guess all the delegations are trying to accommodate some small requests from our states, from our old appropriations, and that's appreciable. And so, in order to allow Pohnpei delegation another night to look at their section of that bill, I move that we defer to tomorrow's calendar.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer its action on CB number 23-71 to tomorrow's calendar. Any discussion? No objection. We will vote on the said motion. All those in favor, say aye. All opposed, say nay. We have now deferred CB number 23-71 to tomorrow's calendar for action. Next item, Chief Clerk. Next bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill number 23-72 for first reading. CB number 23-72 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 19-155 as amended by Public Laws numbers 20-177, 20-188, 21-61, 21-88, 21-119, 21-150, 22-08, 22-43, and 22-119 by amending Section 6 thereof for the purpose of changing the allotee of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill on first reading.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and first reading CB number 23-72. Discussion?
Pete, you want to move?
Yes,
Defer?
same thing. Go ahead. Yes,
Any discussion?
Mr. Speaker, I move that said bill be deferred also to, deferred to Thursday's calendar. Wow.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer its action on CB number 23-72 to Thursday's calendar. Any discussion? Any objections? If none, we'll vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. CB number 23-72 has been deferred to Thursday's calendar for action. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 23-73 for first reading. CB number 23-73 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 21-201 as amended by Public Laws numbers 21-219, 21-223, 21-229, 21-241, 22-14, 22-28, 22-31, 22-51, 22-67, 22-104, and 23-21 by amending Section 4 thereof for the purpose of changing the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects and other public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill on first reading.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-73 on first reading.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian, you have the floor.
apologize to the members, but I again would like to move that this bill be deferred to Thursday calendar.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defer its action on CB number 23-73 to Thursday's calendar. Discussion? Any objections? If none, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. CB number 23-73 has been deferred to Thursday's calendar for action. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill number 23-83 for first reading. CB number 23-83 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 22-180 as amended by Public Laws numbers 22-187, 22-188, 23-03, 23-09, 23-11, and 23-36, by amending Section 3 thereof for the purpose of changing the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Coshai State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move for the passage of the said bill on first reading.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-83. Discussion. No objection. Question has been called for. We will vote on the passage on first reading CB number 23-83 by roll call of members. Please call the roll, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso,
Amen.
Senator Arroyo, Senator Christian,
Amen.
Senator Figueroa, Senator Colan, Senator Conman, Floor Leader Lawrence, Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusmal, Speaker Moses.
Aye.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
With that, Congress has passed on first reading, CB number 23-83 on first reading. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Speaker,
Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
short recess.
Short recess.
I
So
call-
Chairman,
Yeah, there's
we have
several-
your report.
Yeah, but then there are other bills. We can adopt the report and come back to the bills.
Well, if we're going to place just to defer, why don't we do it tomorrow?
The report?
No, the bills, the other bills.
Speaker, can you
Can we do the Washington DC building funding bills? We have two of them that came in.
Can you amend our rules to make so that we only have 10-day session?
Well, we can do whatever we want. If you propose it,
I mean, no use to go to anyone. We always do, we come and rush, so we can go back. So let's just go to 10 days, every session.
are you upset about something that we should know about?
Said that I cannot catch up with the train.
It's the nature of aging.
Well, Speaker, there's one, according to the staff, we cannot do it today. He has to do some adjustment. And I think that's the Washington money.
And, Speaker, may I request this of, I don't know who, but that the staff ask finance for a status report on fund balances for the bills that were deferred to tomorrow and Thursday. That's 70, 71, 72, and 73.
They're not on the report that was submitted earlier?
I don't see.
There was a report that was in the, in our package on the first day order of business, I believe. There was a report by Secretary Nakanaka reporting
Like-
on the fund balances.
Like Senator Rusmal, my memory cannot go back that far. I can only remember
Well,
what
I'm
happened
sure
this morning.
staff are listening, especially the public project staff, and I'm hoping that he will find someone down in finance to help us with the fund balances.
Speaker, why don't we go back to the standing committee report while members and staff are putting their acts together? And then,
So what's wrong with the DC
well,
building
one,
financing?
according to the staff, one, we can do it, that is 23-87. The 23-88 needs to be amended. he needs to further work on it.
Okay, then,
And Speaker, I also have several bills to withdraw.
okay, so how do we do this? We go up to the,
Let's go to the standing committee report while members are putting all these bills to withdraw together, and then come back to the bills.
okay, that's the understanding. Let's go back. Congress is back in session. Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have a standing committee report that I wish to place.
Why don't you, can you please, short recess. Can you move that we go back up to
Oh,
the,
wait, I'm trying to find where my report is here.
23-48?
Yes, okay.
Let's go back. Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that we go back to the standing committee report.
If no objection, Congress will go back up to item number 15 on the order of the day. Chairman Figueroa, you still have the floor.
I move to place Congress Standing Committee Report number 23-48 on the Standing Committee Report for action.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress place on the Standing Committee reports, Standing Committee Report number 23-48. Floor Leader Lawrence.
I move that Congress to suspend the rules that may impede our actions on the placement of the said committee report.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress suspend the rules that may impede our action on placement of Standing Committee Report number 23-48, especially the rule requiring 24-hour requirements. Discussion on the said motion? No objection, we will vote on the suspension of the rules. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. The rules are now suspended. We are now on the main motion to adopt Standing Committee Report number 23-48, or on the placement of Standing Committee Report number 23-48. Discussion? Any discussion?
Question.
No objection. Question has been called for. We will now vote on the placement of Standing Committee Report number 23-48. All those in favor of the said motion say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 23-48 has now been placed on today's Standing Committee Report calendar for action. Chief Clerk, next report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Standing Committee Report number 23-48 regarding Congressional Bill number 23-76 on the FY 2024 Budget Supplemental from your Committee on Ways and Means for adoption.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move for the adoption of Standing Committee Report 23-48.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress adopts Standing Committee Report number 23-48. Any discussion on the said report?
Question.
Chairman Rusmal, you have, no? No objection. Question has been called for the placement of Standing Committee Report number 20, or for the adoption of Standing Committee Report number 23-48. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Standing Committee Report number 23-48 has now been adopted by Congress. Next report, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, as of now, we do not have any report.
If no objection, we will go back down to item number 19, bill calendar. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill number 23-76 CD1 for first reading. CB number 23-76 CD1 is a bill for an act to amend sections 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 12 of Public Law number 23-24 in order to appropriate supplemental funding in the amount of $21,590,281 from the General Fund of the Federated States of Micronesia for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2024, for the operations of all branches of the national government, public auditor, agencies of the national government of the Federated States of Micronesia, grants, subsidies, and contributions, and capital and human resources development, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move that Congress passes on first reading Congress Bill 23-76.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-76 CD1 on first reading. Discussion.
Speaker,
Chairman Christian.
I have an amendment that has been written and distributed to the members. I hereby move for its adoption.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded the offered floor amendment to CB number 23-76 CD1 offered by Chairman Christian be adopted.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian, you still have the floor.
this silence sort of indicates that I need to explain what that amendment is. It's to appropriate $500,000 for disaster relief to be used to assist the communities should a need arise in those communities. In the amendment itself, it specifies El Nino, which I disagree with, because there could be other disaster caused by other types of reasons. But the amendment basically is to appropriate for FSM, for all four states, the sum of $500,000.
Thank you for the explanation. Chief Clerk, please read the amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on floor amendment to Congressional Bill number 23-76 CD1, offered by Senator Peter M. Christian. It reads as follows. Item 1, page 23, following line 6, insert a new line item to read as follows. Subsection Y, disaster relief dash El Nino, 500,000.
Any further discussion on the offered floor amendment?
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman,
I would like to offer a floor amendment, an oral amendment to the offered amendment just stated by the Chief Clerk, and that is to delete the reference to El Nino on the second, on the line where it says disaster relief dash El Nino. Delete the reference to El Nino. So move.
Second.
it's been moved and seconded that the offered oral amendment to the amendment offered by Chairman Christian be adopted. Discussion.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian.
and to be clear, that this $500,000 is to be used for any and all disasters that deserve our assistance in all four states.
Thank you for that clarification. Chairman Rusman,
Short recess, Mr.
short recess.
First of all, I don't have the amendment as has been read by the Chief Clerk. It's where,
It's in our package.
No, it was distributed.
and second of all, when we were doing the budget supplemental, I recall, I know I'm blind or deaf, but I recall something about only 100, I thought I recall 190,000 cushion.
It was some thousand.
Oh, 900. Oh, okay. Thirdly, you find the thing in my package or no? Okay, so that's why I said I don't have it. Thirdly, disaster. The way I understand disaster is that and I take it that the good chairman meant that use of this money would be based on the process of giving assistance for disaster, and that is it must be declared by the state and then followed by our president, I think. Is that how this thing is going to be used?
That
or-
is, well, you are absolutely correct on when a declaration is made, it authorizes the president to reach into funds already appropriated for certain activities. I believe the thinking behind appropriating this was instead of dipping into a very meager budget that we have, which is skimming by, and since we have this extra money, that when the president declares emergency, he dips into this fund first before reaching into other sources of funding that may be already directed to other activities within the government.
But there is still that power about the president when a state declares a state of emergency, and if the president sees that to have a merit, to also declare, and then that would
Open up.
open up the gate valve for appropriated money to be used for that disaster.
Yes.
And El Nino, I know it's supposed to last until May, but that it's on the way out. So far, no state has declared a state of emergency.
Pompey State has declared
But
an
they are in the
emergency.
process of declaring.
No, they have declared and it's on the radio.
Yeah, they declare, but just declare, but no request.
It has been sent to the president's office. On the 11th.
Huh?
Mr.
Okay,
Speaker,
as of yesterday, there was no letter requesting.
Senator Rusamal is correct. This money is intended to be used in line with all other process or established procedures for providing assistance to communities in the states. First, by receiving a declaration from the states and then a declaration by the president. All those procedures would need to be followed.
That is good, but I am also informed that there is currently some water on a ship going out, and the distribution is, and it's good we're in recess, distribution is that for these bottles that are passed around in the chamber, 20 people will be asked to drink out of that small bottle. Thank you.
Well, let's just hope that they all brush in the morning. I wish that I originally wanted to ask for 1 million, but I found that there is not that kind of money around, so what little we have, I'm sure the executive, the president together with TECM will be wise in their use of this money.
So, would it be all right if we go back? We're still on discussion of the offered. On discussion on the oral amendment to the offered floor amendment. Let's go back. Congress is back in session. We're still on discussion on the oral amendment offered to the offered floor amendment by Chairman Christian to CB number 23-76 CD1. If no objection, question has been called for. We are going to vote on the adoption, on the proposed amendment to the offered floor amendment by Chairman Christian to CB number 23-76 CD1. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. We are now on the main motion, which is the offered floor amendment as amended by Chairman Christian. Any more discussion?
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman, Madam Chair Conman?
yes, I have a floor amendment to CP 23-76.
We're on the amendment now, or short recess. We're still on the offered floor amendment by Chairman Christian. So if we could take care of that first, and then I'll come to you. Congress is back in session. We're still on discussion on the offered floor amendment to CB number 23-76 CD1 offered by Chairman Christian as amended. Any further discussion? If none, I believe question was called for. We will now vote on the offered floor amendment to CB number 23-76 CD1 offered by Chairman Christian. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. The offered floor amendment to CB number 23-76 CD1 by Chairman Christian has now been adopted. We now have CD2.
Move for the previous question.
Madam Chair Conman?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. I wish to make a written floor amendment to CP number 23-76. I would like to ask Chief Clerk to read for everyone.
Chief Clerk, please read the proposed amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We now have a floor amendment to Congressional Bill number 23-76 CD2 offered by Senator Perpetua S. Conman. It reads as follows. Item 1, page 18, line 13, insert the following. Subsection J, FSM Alliance of Non-Governmental Organizations, or FANGO, $20,000. Item 2, page 23, line 7, insert the following. Subsection Y, Chuk Public Utility Corporation feasibility study on the electrification of the island of Fefan in Chuk, $80,000.
So move.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered floor amendment by Madam Chair Conman to CB number 23-76 CD2 be adopted. Discussion.
Here,
Chairman Christian.
let me be the first bad guy. In bills that were deferred to tomorrow and Thursday, the attempt by the states is to find within already appropriated funds what we can find to detour to other state needs right now. Senator Conman's offered amendment of $20,000 for FANGO should be left out because each state, if they want to join FANGO, should appropriate $5,000 from their own funds to join FANGO. Secondly, funding the CPUC out of the national government sort of ignores the fact that, one, the national government does not have that luxury of funds to be supporting state activities. And so I am surprised that Senator Conman has not recognized that reality and is offering that the national government should fund the study on the electrification of the island of Fefan in the state of Chuk. Unfortunately, I will not be able to support such an amendment until maybe later on in the year, when we know better what our finances are.
Any further discussion?
Speaker,
Chairman Figueroa.
may I ask the proponent to perhaps withdraw the proposed floor amendment? Otherwise, I'm afraid the bill may not pass.
There's a request. What do you say, Madam Chair?
Can we have a recess?
Short recess.
Chairman Christian and everyone, this is for Fango. This is the nation request for the dues to join the Pacific Asian NGOs. And this is what they request, the amount they request for their own dues. It's for the whole nation. It's not for Chuuk. That's the part for Fango that they want to be represented as part of the Pacific NGO, Pacific Asian NGO. So that's for item 1. They came, they asked the officers of Fango, requesting if we can just assist them with 20,000.
Madam Chair, I think this amendment and the bill, it's very critical, especially the bill. This is the supplemental budget. But if you would agree that some members are, with good reasons, maybe we can take it up if next session we would have money to appropriate, then maybe we can revisit and budget it, if you don't mind.
May I ask that we just reduce the amount, if possible, to 5,000?
Mr. Speaker, may I? Both the national government and the states are at a critical period of getting used to what finances is available to them. And the national government should refrain from stepping back in and funding projects or programs that are very truly state in nature. As a matter of fact, not all NGOs in the FSM participate at the FANGO, the regional FANGO that is held under the auspices of the South Pacific Group. And so I think the states know better what they want to be members of, and we should allow them the opportunity to decide, given their new funding source, what programs or projects they would like to spend their money on.
Speaker, for whatever it's worth, I think when Ways and Means meet, and that is the reason why we have all the chairperson or chairman of the committees as members of Ways and Means. When we agree to a budget or a supplemental budget, we should stick with it and stay with it and not make any exception. No one has discretion to do this or that. Otherwise, this is what happened. We've agreed to something, and now we seem to be going back on the agreement that we made when we met as Ways and Means Committee to decide on the supplemental budget. And I share the same concern that we should start weeding and clearing out who is responsible for what, or what state or national is responsible for this and for that. Our office, our delegation office in Yap was accused in a public statement by our own governor that we're not representing the state in helping the state with its development priorities. All along, we've been doing that, and I thought we were very much in line with the development plan of the state. So now we're stuck with the amendment to the Constitution, and we need to get used to what we can fund and not those that we cannot fund. And let the state worry about those things. Saying that, I'm going back on my words that we're not going to fund anything like scholarship for the state and what you call this, morgue and medical referral and that. But we're also helping because we see the needs. So yeah, it's up to this Congress to decide on the two amendments by Madam Chair Conman. But I think if we had agree and stay with what we agreed to in the Ways and Means Committee, we would not have to worry about going back and forth.
Speaker,
Go ahead,
I
Warrior
would
Recess.
ask Madam if we could, can we work with the state to see on the straight, the appropriations that we have for the state priorities, let's work with them. If they could accommodate, we could amend in the other appropriations to accommodate these, your amendments. Since, like they said, now we would have how much, 300 in cushion, and we are anticipating a state of emergency coming up. So we would need, but we can work with the state on amending some of the priorities to accommodate your amendments, if you agree.
So do we have some sort of agreement so we can go back? Because I would hate to see the whole supplemental budget. We have a lot running at stake, and if that burns, then we have a lot of nominations that are going to be up tomorrow. And the President is really asking for his nominations to, if at least we could pass some of them. So. Well, so what say you, Madam Chair? We go back?
Yeah, we'll go back. I withdraw.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it. So let's go back. Congress is back in session. Madam Chair Conman.
Thank you, Mr. President and members. I wish to withdraw my floor amendment since it's really for the state, not that urgent as the El Nino. So move.
It's been moved and seconded that the amendment offered by Madam Chair Conman be withdrawn. If no objection, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. We are back on discussion of CB, on the passage on first reading, CB number 23-76, CD2.
Question.
If no objection, question has been called for. We will vote by roll call of members on CB number 23-76, CD2 on first reading. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abela Alfonso,
Amen.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian,
Amen.
Senator Figuer, Senator Colon, Senator Conman, Floor Leader Lawrence, Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusumal, Speaker Moses,
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. With that, Congress has passed on first reading, CB number 23-76, CD2. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, as of now, we do not have any more bills.
Thank you. Vice Speaker Romulo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to withdraw several bills and put on today's calendar. And I start with CP number 23-82, CP number 23-84, 23-85, and 23-86. All move, Mr. Speaker.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress place CB number 23-82, 23-84, 23-85, 23-86 to be placed on today's calendar for action. Discussion? If no discussion, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress is now placed on today's bill calendar for action, CB number 23-82, 23-84, 23-85, and 23-86. Short recess.
You have it? You have the bills?
What about Washington and Beijing?
Is it 82? What's the number? Bill number? 82,
82, 83,
84?
82, 84, 85, 86.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are these?
About 87 and 88, figure. Might as well miss the train altogether. Oh, yeah.
Vice Speaker, you have fund balances? All right.
About 86 and 87, that's figure.
While we're in recess, Chairman Urusmal, your amendment or your bill 23-81, that's the complication for the funding, a portion of the funding for the
What about
1.5 million for Washington DC.
As was just whispered in my ear by the nominee for CIA, we cannot do both. So I'm,
So what are we going to do? We're going to reconsider or revert back to committee?
we can just do the one for Washington and
So,
that one can
money's done already?
drift all the way back to Timbuktu, Egypt.
So there are two options I see.
amend?
we keep your bill,
The 1.5.
and
the
that CIA nominee does an amendment to your bill. That would be easiest, because we've already passed first reading, and then we do the amendment on second reading.
The lawyer is suggesting he's going to do an amendment on 88.
What's the difference?
Eh?
What's the difference?
Well, that one is more important, it has Washington in it, but 181 is,
Well, when it becomes CD2, then it becomes the same act.
okay, as they always say, Speaker, there are many ways to Rome. You can fly Lufthansa or some other airlines.
I was preferring, there are many ways to skin the cat.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's up to you, before we go back, because we just let it ride until tomorrow, and then we do it on second reading.
Which one?
Yours, because we already passed first reading.
We can defeat it on second reading.
Usmal, you made an amendment just on Alati, but in that particular bill, there's also the money that was to go to Washington. So rather than fooling around with whatever happens to the other bill, can we just tomorrow amend a portion of that bill to accommodate the 1.5? All right, I think we're good. That's why it's so good to avoid oral amendments, huh? Like me. Lamb, you should have, I need somebody to blame. You should have pointed that out to us.
It was pointed out to Chairman this morning, but.
Who did
yes,
you
he
point it
insisted.
out to?
Chairman Urusima.
Oh, okay, so he's bad.
So what is the suggestion we do? We just go on
I
and
am
add,
your punching bag, huh?
Let's just go on, Speaker, and tomorrow, second reading, we entertain an amendment to accommodate the 1.5 for Washington
yeah, but I
in
think
that
that,
already passed bill.
I think well, it would be easier if we add on the 2388, pass it on first reading, and then tomorrow, when we get to the bill calendar on second reading, we defer indefinitely 23-81 and have a very short amendment to 23-88.
Can Congress defer into abeyance a bill that has substantively the same subject as one we're going to pass? No, I think we need to file or just get rid of one. That's why I was suggesting that it's easier for us to take up the Washington money tomorrow on second reading on the same bill
That was already passed first
that was
reading.
passed today.
Good, okay. If that's the agreement, then nominee for CIA, you have your work cut out for you.
It's longer if we do it that way than if we do it the other way. We can defeat second reading on 81 and amend 88 to include my amendment, my very, very chick amendment.
We've already.
As you say, Speaker, there are many ways to skin the cat. You decide which way for us to skin it.
I guess the simplest way is to do what Chairman Christian has suggested.
No, he said I'm right and you're wrong. That's what he said. Maybe it's time to recess until tomorrow at 10? So, Vice President, you'll move on with the Speaker. Mr. Speaker.
Hey, Mike.
Please don't get tired of hearing me. But Lam and I spoke a little bit, and I just realized that the bill that we passed on first reading would can in fact later accommodate 1.5. But there's another bill with the other 1.5 that is necessary for our Washington efforts. And so I will be asking Congress to withdraw 2387, place it on first reading, and move for its passage today on first reading also.
That's 187?
187.
Okay. Well, right now, the motion is to place 23-82, 23-84, 85, 86.
Yeah, when we're done with those, then I'll make a motion for 87.
All right. Thank you. So we're okay? We go back? Congress is back in session. We have the main motion now is to place CB number 23-82, 23-84, 23-85, 23-86 to be placed on today's calendar for action. Please note that the rules are still suspended. If no objection, we'll vote on that said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress is now placed on today's bill calendar for action. CB number 23-82, 23-84, 23-85, 23-86. Chief Clerk, next bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-82 for first reading. CB Number 23-82 is a bill for an act to amend Public Law Number 21-228 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 21-248, 22-12, 22-22, 22-36, 22-74, 22-90, 23-18, and 23-25 by amending Section 3 thereof to change the use of funds appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Cochise State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
So move on first reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-82. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, question has been called for and no objection. We'll vote by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso,
Aye.
Senator Arroyo, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa, Senator Goland, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence,
Aye.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses.
Hey,
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
with that, Congress has passed on first reading CB number 23-82. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-84 for first reading. CB Number 23-84 is a bill for an act to Further amend Public Law Number 20-178 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 21-01, 21-07, 21-36, 21-53, 21-56, 21-102, 21-115, 21-137, 21-165, 21-178, 21-200, 21-218, 21-226, 21-249, 22-27, 22-63, 22-73, 22-82, 22-138, 22-145, and 23-42 by amending Section 3 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Cochise State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage on first reading, same, the said bill.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-84. Discussion?
Question.
No objection. Question has been called for. We will vote on first reading CB number 23-84 by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Senator Abel Alfonso,
Amen.
Senator Arroyo, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa, Senator Colon, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence,
Amen.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
With that, Congress has passed on first reading CB number 23-84. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're currently on Congressional Bill Number 23-85 for first reading. CB number 23-85 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 22-86 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 22-101, 22-102, 22-106, 22-140, 22-147, 22-161, 22-168, 22-185, and 22-197, 23-06, and 23-12 by amending Section 3 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding priority infrastructure projects and other public projects and social programs for the people of Cochise State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
So move.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-85. Discussion? No objection. Question has been called for. We will now vote on first reading CB number 23-85.
Senator Abel Alfonso, Senator Arroyo, Senator Arroyo, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa, Senator Colon, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence,
Amen.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
With that, Congress has passed on first reading CB number 23-85. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill Number 23-86 for first reading. CB number 23-86 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 20-125 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 20-135, 20-146, 20-157, 20-179, 20-189, 21-06, 21-40, 21-59, 21-89, 21-96, 21-141, 21-155, 21-217, 21-225, 21-230, 21-239, 22-20, 22-70, 22-88, 22-95, 22-144, and 22-201, by amending Section 3 thereof to change the use of certain funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of the state of Koshai and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the said bill on first reading.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-86. Discussion? If no discussion, question has been called for. We will now vote on first reading CB number 23-86. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso,
Amen.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa, Senator Colon, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence,
Aye.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses.
Aye.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
With that, Congress has passed on first reading CB number 23-86. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian.
Mr. Speaker, I move to withdraw and place Congress Bill 2387 on today's bill calendar for action.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress place on today's calendar for action CB number 23-87. Please note that the rules are still suspended. Discussion? No discussion, no objection. We will vote on the placement of CB number 23-87. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress is now placed on today's bill calendar for action, CB number 23-87. Chairman Figueroa. Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass CB number 23-87 on first reading. Discussion? No objection. Question has been called for. We will now vote on first reading CB number 23-87 on first reading. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso,
Amen.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa, Senator Colon, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Floor Leader Lawrence,
Aye.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses.
Amen.
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
With that, Congress has passed on first reading CB number 23-87. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
None, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item number 20, resolution calendar. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
No recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess.
Honest, I am really walking slow. What happened to 88?
I believe 88 is going to ride on 23-81 tomorrow with an amendment that would include what 88 is trying to do.
Well, to me, I look at 87 and 88, they talk about the same thing.
Yes, they're trying to combine the fundings of the two bills to accommodate the requests in DC.
So now 81 is gonna,
So on second reading tomorrow, both should be accommodated on second reading for 81 and second reading for 87.
So 80 amendment will be made,
To 81, accommodating 88.
81 and 88, 87?
87 is a standalone bill. It's on its own. But 81 and 88 are amending the same law. So since we've passed 81, it was decided in recess earlier that instead of doing anything with 88, we're just going to come up with an amendment that would accommodate 88 as an amendment on second reading to 81. Or there, the nominee for CIA will assist. Are we? Thank you. So are you okay? Okay, let's go back. Chief Clerk, next item.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Item 21, introduction of bills and resolutions.
Chairs and members, if you have any measures to introduce, please pass them forward. Next item.
Item 22, miscellaneous business, Mr. Speaker.
Any miscellaneous business? Chairman Usman?
Speaker, thank you. I was gonna say something about the state of the state message yesterday by my good governor, but I think it's better I wait and find a copy of the statement so I can read it and then maybe later have some comments on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Usman. Any further miscellaneous business? If none, next item, Chief Clerk.
Item 23, announcements, Mr. Speaker.
Chairman Figueroa, any announcement? Madam Chair,
No
Abelio
announcement,
Alfonso.
Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Chairman Arjos. Chairman Christian. Chairman Mia.
I don't have any.
Madam Chair Gunman. Chairman Urusmal. Acting Vice Speaker, Acting Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Your Committee on TNC will hold the oversight hearing today. And also with that, I picked the intelligence of this body to recognize an individual who's in the gallery this morning. And I ask that we give him a round of applause, Mr. Hendrik Ivelik, who is also a nominee to the consulate office in Guam.
So, Vice Speaker, what's the time?
1:30.
1:30.
Members, take note. Floor Leader Lawrence, any announcement and your usual motion?
No announcements. I move that Congress stands in recess until tomorrow morning at 10.
Okay.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 a.m. Any objection? None, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye. All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 a.m.